The hell is this? Is that a tiger? What is this thing? You are now tuned in to the Catalyst Effect. Hey, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Case openings? Case openings? Wait.
A ton of money from
is that
hold on, it's my closing
they
thought.
actually everyone's saying they ran out of 3 because they feel it's profitable.
Yo, welcome back to the Catalyst Effect podcast. This is episode 31, brought to you by Wagme Games and Alpaca Dash. Shout outs to them. We'll tell you a little bit more about them in a little bit. But boys, how are you guys, man? Missy, Damien,
Yo,
weekend, guys?
What up?
What's good?
Yo,
Everything's good over here.
My weekend was fantastic. You know, played a lot of games, did a lot of work. I worked a little more than I wanted to this weekend. We got to change that next weekend. No, I'm just kidding.
dude, it's crazy to me that we're already in summer. Like, it's fucking wild. But with that in mind, happy summer break to everyone. You know, I hope you guys have a hot summer. It's gonna be fucking super nice up here in Florida. You know, probably a lot of beach days. You know, but you know how it is, man. The grind doesn't stop for us.
Definitely hot over here. It's like over 100 degrees already. Welcome. Yo, you can test this, folks. Y'all missed it. Like, it was a little hot, but now it's starting to be like over the 100. So
over here too, bro. We got 2 days. Over the next 2 days, it says it's gonna be like 100, and I think it's gonna be 120 tomorrow. Is what it said, which is
120 is not real.
I know, that's what it said on the app though, and I was like, yo, like, should we be worried about going outside? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I would say
shout out Jackie, shout out JRP, shout out Nix. What's up, everyone?
Welcome.
Yo, so what have you guys been grinding, man? It's gonna be more of a show episode. Hey guys,
what's on the screen right now, motherfucker? We playing
this game has been such a fucking good time for me, bro. Like, I feel like FPS is back with this game, man. Like, it's been so much fun fucking grinding it out. I've been having a lot of fun, like, discovering like new metas in it, and like just fucking like I swear to you guys, I'm gonna make a video on it. I've discovered the best ACR class ever created in XDEFIANT. So be on the lookout for that video, because I'm definitely gonna be making a class setup.
All I've been hearing lately on this game, and I do love it, I do enjoy it, is people complaining about sniper rifles, saying that they're too overpowered, and I'm just like, bro.
It
One. Is it better than Death Drop? One.
Bro, why is that even a question?
You know, I did see a clip of Cairo playing Dead Drop, and I forgot that game existed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like,
it's very sad.
It is.
I mean, you know, it looks like they haven't progressed much of the playtest that's currently going on.
It looks the same.
It
looks the same, bro.
It looks the same. I did see him get that trick shot from like the one that he's jumping into the zip line or whatever. That was pretty cool.
It was a sick trick shot. I just wish he was playing a better game.
Yeah, man. XDEFIANT is definitely the best FPS going on right now, man. That shit is fucking fire. But
for sure,
what's been your favorite weapon so far?
Did it dead drop?
Did it dead drop? It absolutely dead drop.
Good one.
It's dead drop.
What was your question? Sorry.
Favorite gun
gun so far? Yeah, favorite gun.
Vector for me.
Machine gun action. All right, all right.
Yeah, mine is gonna be the sniper rifle. I like that shit a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think it's overpowered. There's a certain amount of skill you gotta.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with the gun that's overpowered.
It's just no flinch. There's no flinch.
Like
they
that,
need to
no flinching at all in the game is
Yeah.
overpowered.
They need
Period.
to add flinching to when the person holding the sniper is getting shot, like they flinch or some shit. Because right now there's none of that, and it's like if you don't shoot above the neck in this game, the time to kill is really long. So if you have something like a sniper, like it's a quick scope. You get me? You got the kill.
All,
Even if
all I know is that all the fucking besides the P90, the SMGs are just like they're washed. They're not good. The ARs are pretty good. The snipers are pretty
No, the
good.
Vector's pretty good.
I don't know,
The
man. The
Vector has
Vector's pretty nasty
a
too,
pretty fast, rapid rate.
But I think the question on everyone's mind is this the new meta, right? Is this the Call of Duty killer? What do you guys think?
It's not a Call of Duty killer. I
Call of
don't like.
Duty's a Call of Duty killer.
Yeah, it's a suicide, man. Call of Duty is a suicide mission, bro. Like, you know, it's like they're on its own path to destroying themselves. But no, I don't think this game is a Call of Duty killer, man. At this point, no game really in the FPS genre can kill something like Call of Duty. It's just it's been popular for too long, and people have been almost groomed to like buy the next game every year. You know, like look how many people are already hyped about Black Ops 6, right? And like it's been the talk nonstop across the timeline.
Yeah, I have a question about that. What happened to Black Ops 5?
Yeah, right.
Like they just skipped
I
it.
heard that shit.
They pulled the window.
They
Windows
said fuck it to Black Ops 5, and you know, fuck it.
Windows didn't have a Windows 7. They went from like Windows 4 or 5 to like
Damien,
9
real
or
quick,
whatever.
you mind doing me a favor and putting up the comments on the screen because it's really hard to do it while I'm shooting people.
I'll also do it from time to time.
Yeah,
Yes, sir,
'cause
yes, sir.
I can't do all the FPS
We'll
stuff.
tag team it. No Diddy.
Nix is saying COD kills itself. Absolutely, you know, it's been doing that for a while now. But you know, a lot of people are saying that Black Ops 6 is gonna bring a lot of the old school mechanics. You know, like they're gonna have the dolphin diving back into it. They're gonna have like the theater mode included back into the game. You know, like all that shit. So you know, I'm glad that they're integrating old shit. But to me, the game already did so much damage to its culture that I'm just not interested in playing Call of Duty for a long time, probably, or ever again. So I'm glad XDEFIANT is around because XDEFIANT is literally like the meta of old school Call of Duty. You get me? And what I like about them is that they've done a good enough job to differentiate themselves from Call of Duty. Like you still see the maps and the design of this game, and you still think Ubisoft. You know, it's more close to like the design of like the rainbow characters and those type of games than it is Call of Duty. But movement wise and mechanics wise is definitely old school Call of Duty, man. Like I was just talking to Missy and Kate about that earlier today.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I really want more of these. GTA 6, dude. Oh my god.
Everybody's waiting for that, brother. We've been waiting for that for over 2 decades.
Bruh. A real quick point about GTA 6. I saw this like side by side comparison of like, and the only thing that was like not from Florida was I think there was some Canadian guy that was doing something in like all the scenes they showed for the trailer for GTA 6. But that game, oh my god, like side by side trailer to like Florida and GTA 6. Like
I need to pay attention to this lobby. I keep spacing out listening to you guys.
Focus, man. Focus. Hit your targets, bro. But yeah, to get back to XDEFIANT, bro. There's a point that you brought up that I wish more AAA studios, and maybe this is an opportunity for Web3 gaming to like appeal to these people. You talked about theater mode, right? Where you could go and get all these different angles and then get some cool clips and stuff, cool content. That is what Web3 gaming should do. And I hate to say the word Web3 because it's like, it's gaming at the end of the day, right? But the people that are making games in this space that we're in, if they were to embrace the creator side of the tools, like to give you like cool clips or cool montages to make out of the games to get some killer content for your game.
Yeah,
that needs to come back in a hurry. But I think it also needs to come back for AAA games as well.
But also, just to add to your point, like theater mode, it's not only like it's not only dope for like the content side, right? Because you can do so much with like you were saying, like the angles that you can get in theater mode, like the cinematic shots for like montages and stuff like that was like super cool to do back in those days. But also, it's a good tool to have from an esports perspective, right? Because theater mode allow players to go back and watch their scrims and really analyze
Mm.
like certain movements, certain like strategies, certain angles, certain like spawn points and shit like that, right? To figure out like what are the best angles to hold, when should you move on time, like
Mhm.
different like structures, right? Like how to memorize rotations of the points. So theater mode, added something to the game that was a lot more important than just like the content side of it. But I do agree with you guys. Content wise, it's like a super cool tool to have, right? If you can add to your montages like different cinematic like angles and shit like that, super cool.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, man. I like the theater mode. Honestly, I recently was trying to work on a montage concept with Addis, where I'm not gonna like say what it was, but we were kind of just like brainstorming, like how would we get the video to look this way, or how would we get the video to look that way, and we couldn't think of a fucking single Web3 game to bring it to life, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
very frustrating from like a content perspective, right? Because we had all these ideas, we knew exactly how we wanted the video concept to work, and we were just like, but we can't do it. Like, we would have to create a shittier, less quality version of it, right? Which then, then as a content creator, you end up hearing the whole, oh, well, content creators in Web3 aren't good. Like, and the more I try to get creative with content, the more I realize that like the games just don't support it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we don't have the tools. Real quick, I want to add to that point that you were talking, but real quick, yo, what is up, Beef Pasted? You didn't miss much, bro. We're just talking about XDEFIANT and kind of like being the new meta for FPS games, and kind of like setting a new standard for what the things that gamers have missed in the FPS category. But to add to your point, Missy, of what you were saying, right? I think, bro, like, now that we're in a spot where this idea is not coming out anymore, but to what you were saying, I remember when we were working on the MTB Crips idea for Big Time, right? And we were doing it with Vinny, and I was working with Zersky on like the production side of it, and I really had this concept of like wanting to get like cinematic shots of like the player coming into the camera, right? Like, or walking into a room and shit like that, which would have made that style of show what it needed to be from a production value. But the game just didn't support like a free range camera like that, like kind of like if you were playing Halo and you had like the Forge mode, how you could like use a little robot to like basically get any shot you wanted from like the people walking in the mass or doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do. So
yeah, and what we're talking about here is what I was low-key expecting from one of the games in the space called Shrapnel. Because I thought that they were going to do something in that route where they would have like creation tools.
My bad. Go ahead.
Poor
I
timing
think it
on
was
your part.
laughing about what happened in the game.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not
it was.
Poor timing on
It
his
was
part.
poor timing, yeah, for
But yeah, just
or good timing. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
depending on how you feel about that game, that might be a perfect.
Right.
But
it's my favorite endless runner.
All I'm saying is that more games in this space could take a leap above other games if they were to add this to their games, because then you could appeal to content creators even more. And the thing is, you want us, like, maybe this is me speaking to the space real quick. You want us to make content for you guys, right? Paid or not paid, regardless of the fact, we can only do so much with the POVs and everything that we have, right? And so, like Mizzy was just saying, like, we can't create content the way we want to because there's not enough tools to do so. Maybe there has to be some hacker guy to like make the third-party application and do it our fucking selves. But the best thing for everyone involved would be for us to get these tools for us to make the content we want to make, because it'll just make your game shine in a different light that's never been seen before.
I'm just trying to get jiggy with it, bro. Like, I got a lot of ideas. I'm trying to have fuck, man. I play like shit this game.
I'm trying to fuck. What?
And just to clarify real quick, right? Just to clarify real quick, all of these games that Howard just mentioned, like Shrapnel, can still implement this type of stuff. These games in Web3 are so early still in, bro. What?
Why is that looping? Turn that shit
I don't know,
on.
bro. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, all of these games are still very early still, man. Like, they can still implement all of these tools that we're talking about. I feel like Web3 needs to go touch grass and play some regular games and get inspired. For real, for real.
Well, look,
Yeah.
a lot of these people come
See
from
what made
WoW,
them
so
popular. Yep.
you have no excuse, guys. Like you came from WoW. I'm playing that shit right now, and this shit's amazing. So I'm sure.
Oh, Hotta's
right
playing. Wow, look at that.
I am playing it right now. I'm playing it right now.
What a
And
time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
I'll tell you this. There's no game that gives me the satisfaction that WoW gives me in Web3. And I played a lot of Web3 games, and I
That's what we're
enjoy
talking
some
about.
of them. But
Yeah, I
this
think the
game,
part that's missing is the dopamine effect, right? Like
Exactly.
there's like no like bro, like I was like literally we were just talking about it last night when we were playing XDefiant. We were all fucking sweating in the lobbies, like we were going hard as fuck, and we were all like, "Yo, like when was the last time we had this feeling inside an FPS, right?" And that's what I've been crying about this whole time. When I told you guys there's no FPS games in Web3, right? Like I don't have the experience that I'm having in XDefiant with any product in Web3 that's from the FPS category. You get me?
yeah. Now, to be fair to these people, you put out a product and people consume it. People think that's a good product. They consumed it, right? And in the regular world, people talk with their wallets, right? So, like, if the game sucks, we're not going to buy it. If this sucks, we're not going to pay for it. And so the reason why DLC was a thing back in the day, like super, super heavy into like pre-order DLC, is because niggas was paying for it.
Yeah, how do you like what, Jackie? Like, you mean how does Hotto like WoW, or how does Clouds like XDefiant? Which one? 20 years later, Hotto's still feeling sweaty.
I don't feel so good. Yeah, until the wheels fall off. Till the wheels fall off.
I can tell you, Jackie, if the question is for me, I absolutely love XDefiant. It's probably very quickly becoming one of my favorite games to play overall. Like, is a great game. Like, I love that it went back to the like slide canceling meta. You know, like it makes the game super fun, dude. Like, I think that what this game is missing is when they do explore the rank play. They need to like make it a 4v4 meta. It cannot stay a 6v6 meta for competitive. It's not gonna work based on the maps and the way that they rotate and like just the overall like time to kill and shit. Like I can see S&D, which is coming up. By the way, they're bringing S&D back, or not back. They're bringing S&D into the game. But for example, S&D 6v6, it doesn't run well, bro. It's not meant for 6v6. So
let me ask you a question on that. What if the game director says that's the vision for the game? Because I would like to compare this, and the comparison is the Thief of Joy, right? But I'd like to compare this to Nine Heroes, where they're like, we don't want a meta, right? Like,
I mean, if they continue having it as a 6v6 for rank play, they just need to do map balancing, and they need to balance hit detection markers, right? They need to make it where like the time to kill from the body torso area is not that long. And they also need to add like some type of flinch or something to the snipers, so that when people are shooting at them like half a clip into it and they're hard scoping the shit of a sniper, they cannot follow you easily and like fucking shoot you once and kill you, because that's very unbalanced, especially if you think in a competitive layout where players take place of like lanes, right, and how to move on the map. If you have a sniper just picking one lane, right, and they don't have any flinch, all they have to do is hard scope that lane, and they're most likely gonna get a bunch of kills, right? So
yeah,
it's really hard to balance that if you don't transport the meta.
It's been interesting to see how like different FPS players from different communities are like, I guess, processing XDefiant. Like you have a lot of Apex players that like the time to kill is too fast. And we have like old Call of Duty players like us, like old school Call of Duty players like us, that are like, it's not fast enough.
Apex people are saying it's too easy to kill. What the fuck?
No, they're saying it's too fast. It's too fast. Yeah, it's too fast. The time to kill is too fast for them, and I'm just
because they're used to killing a whole fucking bodysuit of armor and
exactly.
Using some type of ability to escape a fucking fight, you know. So
yeah.
So it's been really interesting to see how like I personally think time to kill XDefiant is still too long.
Yeah. From a certain area, like if you shoot from the neck up, it's really quickly, but like
once you get the headshot with the sniper,
But
Yeah,
no, I
for
agree with
sure.
that. I think they definitely need to increase it. It's a few things that they could keep implementing, bro. They could come out with like a hardcore version, right? Like a hardcore mode
Oh,
where there's
yeah,
no
that'd be
mini
fun.
map and there's you die within 2 bullets. Fuck it, you know. But I'm thinking
Well,
more
I
from
just did
the
that.
competitive from the competitive standpoint. They could definitely fix a few things. For example, like they could still do a lot of work around wall banging. Like some of the wall bangs are kind of fucking
Oh, the
ridiculous.
wall bangs are
Oh
fucking
my
terrible in
god,
this
the
game.
wall
They're
bangs
very
are
ridiculous. They're very
bad.
ridiculous, especially because it's like a tracing type of thing, like almost like the bullets are curving and hitting you. It's not even like a wall bang. It's like the bullets follow you because of the aim assist. So they need to work on that. But one thing I will say about the team, bro, they're actively updating the game, bro. They're
Yeah, they're like
actively
always
listening to
on
the
Twitter
community.
too.
Yeah, their community, they listen to it, bro. Like I saw somebody tweeting about like, yo, I'm getting sick and tired of like joining lobbies that are about to end. And they immediately reply and they were like, yeah, we're working on the penalty, increasing the penalty from leaving matches so that it can prevent people from leaving so much.
I
Like
love
lobbies,
shit
you get
like
me?
that.
So like they're very, very active in listening to their community and making the game cater to what their community is looking for, So I
Imagine
think that's
that.
pretty
Um,
bullish.
Imagine that a game company listening to the people that are playing your game. Wow. Like,
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I think
WoW's
this is
starting
the
to do
main.
that as well. No, I'm just kidding. Just because you said wow.
I think that's the main difference of like, bro, it's Ubisoft as a publisher, right? Like these
yeah.
people have years and years of producing product and taking it to market, like, and I'm not disregarding the experience that some Web3 teams have, right? Because they do bring people from like the same publishers, like,
Yep.
hey, we got so and so from Ubisoft, or we got so and so.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
But it's not a whole team.
Motherfuckers in Web3 be like, I was the coffee guy at fucking like, all right, bro. Like you may have worked at Blizzard, but were you the water boy or like where were
I
you
was
at?
the guy that was filing copies.
Yeah, where were you at? Like, come on, man. Like, let's call it for what it is.
You know what I want to know? I want to know what Damien thinks about this topic.
What topic? We talked about a lot of shit.
This is true.
That is true. Well, what I mean is like, do you think that I lost where we're at? Do you think that like these games are gonna start listening and implementing tools like theater mode? Should they do that? And like, should that happen in Web3? Like, what's your take on it?
I mean,
like, do you think that's gonna help the game like actually do better in life?
If I'm being honest, I think they'll do it if they think they can make money off of it.
That's a good
because
look at this sassy motherfucker. Look at who decided to wake up and
he being real though.
All right, go for it.
Like Web 2 is very different than Web 3. So like in Web 3, you're more inclined to listen to your community, of course, because they'll tear that shit apart. But like at the end of the day, Call of Duty and all these other companies will do what they want, because if they're listening to people, like the last 4 Black Ops wouldn't have sucked ass.
But which community you listen to now? Because now you have like the Apex who wants one thing, and then you have the Fortnite who wants another thing, and then you have the ex Call of Duty guys who want this thing. And it's like, what community you listen to? That's like,
I think the main difference is that publishers like Ubisoft, Activision, shit like that, they develop the product that they want to develop. Right. And once the product is out in the market is when they take the feedback and they're like, what the fuck do you motherfuckers want to see? And then we'll see what we can implement and we see what we can tell you to fuck off on. You get me? They don't really give a fuck during the developing process what people have to say about the game. You get what I'm saying? Now, XDEFIANT did it a little bit different because XDEFIANT actually opened up a playtest during development. You get me? And took a bunch of feedback from users and they implemented all of that feedback during the rest of development. You get me? To produce what we have now. And they're still actively looking for more feedback. You get me? Yeah. But not every company does that, bro. Like, Activision, Blizzard, those companies, EA, they're known. They have a history for like not listening. Like they ask for feedback, they get the feedback, and then they don't implement it. You get
me? Fucking do they?
Well, all I'm saying is like in Web3, this is my opinion on it. Web3 has to do this, right? Because they're so early. And it's like, you got a bunch of daily active users. Cool. How are you going to keep them? You keep them by listening to their complaints and their demands. It sucks because like you
I don't
can't
know.
implement everything, right? You're
I
not,
don't
not
agree.
everything's
I don't
gonna
agree. I
work.
don't agree with that because I don't agree with that in Web3 because a lot of these dumbass motherfuckers that give the opinions to the fucking games aren't like thinking about the game, right? It's like they start thinking about the NFT. They start thinking about all the wrong fucking things. So it's like, and we have to draw a line there. Like, who's qualified to actually give fucking feedback?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Some of the
good.
feedback, some of
Good point.
the feedback these motherfuckers be giving, I'm just like, you're a stupid bitch. Honestly, like, why the
Like
fuck would
who?
you even
Like
say
who?
that? Like, why the fuck would you even say that, bro? Like, you're a dumbass. Like, you clearly don't know games. Like, you're a grifter, and you're just sitting here trying to pump your bag, essentially. And a lot of these games will be like, oh, well, you know, we need to listen to the community. We want to, you know, make people money and make people profit. Like, or you dumbass motherfucker, you could like make some shit that's cool, and then create tools for me to make drippy ass content. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all I need. That's all we need, baby. You want 100,000 daily active users? Give me some fucking tools to make some cool content. That's all you need.
Sir. Yes, sir. You're right, man. And I think that's
Like-
is due to both industry. It's not just Web3. I think it's just the whole gaming industry overall. You get me? Like, I think the gaming industry is one that the customer is not always right. You know, you got to be very selective with the feedback that you implement, bro. Because people sometimes don't know what the fuck is good for a game. They just want to see what they prefer to make the game easier for them, you know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to run well across the masses. You get me? So like, I think games should just be selective with the people they work with and that they get feedback from. And it should be who's playing the game, what group of people is playing my game the most, and actually pinpointing shit that we want to solve. You get me?
I could throw into,
I agree with that.
I could throw in another wrench in the argument. You could have a pro league that caters to the actual pro players over the community that plays it. It's like, what makes you more money? The people that are buying skins and stuff, or the
competitive has never been like the focal point to any developer in Web 2. Like,
tell that to Riot, bro. Tell that to Riot, bro.
Yeah.
They buffed Reyna. They buffed Reyna because of competitive play. They literally said that.
That's why Valorant sucks. And nobody fucking cares.
Valorant's for kids, man.
No, I'm just saying, like Riot does not cater to their community. They cater to their pro scenes, and it like Overwatch did the same thing. Overwatch did the same thing because guess what happened? They decided to remove the 6th player for competitive play, so they cater to like who's paying more money, right?
Yeah, of course, man. That's why Call of Duty has never listened to their competitive players, because.
That's wild to me. Wouldn't they make more money if they listened to the?
No, because what's the percentage of competitive players? 1%, right? Like the 1% of good players in the world. Like now, specifically that they have a league. So you're gonna listen to like the 78 players who are playing in the league, or you're gonna listen to like the millions of players who are buying your game in GameStop. You know?
Yeah.
I'm listening. I just got fucked by this guy who I couldn't target for so long.
No.
You gotta say no homo to some shit like that.
What did he say?
He violated me, bro.
But yeah, so Jackie wanted to know how both of you guys like WoW.
Oh wow.
Oh
yeah,
man,
WoW.
I'm actually enjoying WoW.
WoW is like a constant grind for me now. I'm sorry, Illumia, but there's more content here. But I still go through both games. So like I'm a gamer at heart, and this game has a lot of stuff to do, and I like just wandering and doing stuff. So I love WoW. It's great.
I think I've been loving WoW. I think it's one of those MMOs, or like one of the few MMOs that I get to enjoy, right? Because one is super fun to play with your friends, right? But it also allows you to like play the game in a solo, or like way where like play it by yourself while you're in a party, which then allows you to kind of see your friends naturally within the environment, right? Like me and Sersky, for example, were in a team the other day. We were both doing our own solo missions while we were in the same party, but periodically we will walk by each other or like be on the same path as each other, so we would still help each other out. You get me? So I think that part of it is really cool, that it's a game that you can enjoy by yourself and with friends. I mean, you guys know me, man. Like if I'm choosing between XDefiant and WoW to play throughout my day, most likely I'm going to be playing XDefiant, but I have been enjoying WoW a lot. We've gotten some pretty fun content in there. Like the other day, if you guys saw the video that Sersky put out, we were in the same area. we were in the same area, and then he was doing a mission that I wasn't doing, but he thought that I was doing it. So he couldn't get inside like this fucking, like, I don't know, like temple looking shit, I guess. And he saw me walk into it just fine. And then he was like, yo, like, how do you do that? I'm like, what do you mean, bro? I just walked in. And he's like, did you put your shield up? I'm like, nah, just walk in, bro. So I kept pressuring him to walk into the space. And then when he did it, he fucking died instantly. So shit like that, man. It's been pretty fun to get content like that, you know? So yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it.
I'm going to be honest. I'm looking forward to like leveling and stuff and making content throughout with you guys. Cause like, I think low key there's a rising army of WoW players within Web3 because of Mizzy. So I think there's a lot of content opportunity.
Bro, Kane's gonna be so pissed.
And it's gonna be like, God damn it, I'm living the space again.
Damn it, Mizzy,
I'm living the space again.
But here's the thing, though. But real quick. Here's the thing. If this does well and people have a good time with it, it could boost up the games that are trying to get our attention. Because again, it is an attention economy, right? And it's a competition in that sense. So they're going to be like, wow, we need to make more content or we're going to lose Catalyst. So I'm just saying.
I think people will resonate with WoW no matter what, man. Like it doesn't matter what gaming ecosystem you're a part of. Like WoW is a game that has built so much history, and I think that's also the downfall for it for like new players. But they do have a solution for it. I just want to make a point about it. Like new players, I think will have a hard time like getting used to WoW because it has so much content from like
for real. I was actually just having that conversation.
It's overwhelming. You get me?
It's a lot.
It's hard
dude.
to like. It's hard to figure out where your role is or like why you should focus on in the game. But the solution is that they do a great job at like exactly what's going on now, right? Like the beta thing that's going on with the new expansion pack that's coming out. They kind of do a good job at making expansion packs or DLC packs that feel like a completely new game for everybody. You get me?
Yep.
So it's almost like a reset and everybody kind of starts fresh and then they can start bringing back like the old content that they want to bring back. You get me? So like that's how I feel about it. Like it is very overwhelming. Like it's been very overwhelming to get used to it and figure out what to do or like how to like approach it or whatever. But
yeah, I agree. Even
that,
I feel overwhelmed for you guys, right? Like when you ask me like Mizzy, like what the fuck does this mean? I feel like I gotta go on I feel like I gotta educate you motherfuckers for like 20 minutes just to be like, all right, do the quest here or some shit.
You gotta make a Coursera course, bro.
Yeah, Nix, you level from 24 to 64 in 2 days. Yeah, you leveling the Demon Hunter? Yeah, because I know she leveled the Demon Hunter thing.
Wait, you leveled that fast in
that's fucking insane, bro.
48 hours?
Yeah.
That's like me and
40 levels?
You miss playing WoW with friends, BB? Bro, resub, join us on Bleeding Hollow.
Yes, sir.
Bleeding Hollow server. We're playing Alliance. So join our guild, man. We made Catalyst OG inside of WoW.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
I haven't joined.
WoW did really good at meshing it all together. It did do a great job of meshing it all together. I would say my experience though with like, for example, Hotto and Clouds have never played WoW before, right? Like not
Apparently
actively,
I have.
but not like actively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Nix is a WoW sweat, you know. So she's been tanking for 20 years. Wow, right? So she has that experience. But when I'm trying to like show Hotto and Clouds around, they have like a lot of natural questions that I didn't have when I played WoW the first time because like these features didn't exist. I didn't have to worry about multiple expansions being available to play at the same time. Like there's a lot of things that go on in the onboarding process that like
I got rugged, bro. I got rugged within the first day of WoW. Like what the fuck is that? You know, people complain about Web3 games. I'm over here fucking getting rugged in WoW.
Wait, how'd you get rugged?
I bought the transfer for the character from one of the servers and it ended up not working.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I know what server I'm on?
Have any of you played Final Fantasy 15? I have played Final Fantasy 15. I actually used to raid in that game for a little bit. Ultimately, I ended up quitting though because I started playing WoW when I was 10, right? So I've kind of been conditioned to think that end game is end all be all in MMOs. It's not the case for pretty much any MMO outside of WoW. But when you're used to playing WoW and you realize that the game doesn't even come to life until the max level, when I played Final Fantasy and I hit max level, I always felt like underwhelmed. You know, it was like, oh, this sucks. Like, I don't have that much to do. The PvP scene in Final Fantasy 15 isn't that strong.
Man.
And
Final
No,
Fantasy
this is-
7 will always be my favorite one.
that's not Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy.
No, I
15.
know. I was just replying to Beef Faces. So
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy 17. I think it's cool. I love Final Fantasy as a franchise. It's MMO though. It lacks end game content, in my opinion, compared to something like WoW and specifically PvP content. And I need even if I suck, I need PvP content, bro. Like,
yeah,
I love PvP content in any fucking game. And specifically WoW, because WoW has a skill cap that is literally just insane.
Yeah.
You can never be good enough at WoW, basically. I love that shit. It's not like in FPS, like obviously when you put the best against the best, it's incredible, right? And it's beautiful to watch. With WoW, it's like somehow this guy finds a way to use a new spell in a different way, and it changes the meta or something. And it's like really crazy and really impressive.
It's progressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, man. I'm the same way. Like, I agree. I need the PvP component. I need the multiplayer component, right? Like, I think there's a difference for like games that are like campaign driven, right? Like games like Final Fantasy are very campaign driven. Like they're not meant for you to like go against other people, right? Like Devil May Cry, like games like that, right? But I don't know. Like, I think Final Fantasy just did a really great job at building up a lore that became very famous and legendary. But their games have always lacked, like Missy said, that PvP side of things, you know, like that extra dopamine effect of like, damn, I'm that much better than the other character that's playing the game, you know?
Yep.
Or the other player playing the game. I mean,
yeah, Nick, make a character in Bleeding Hollow. We'd love to have you. We need
we would love to, we need more WoW native people in our guild in there.
We need tanks too. So
if you have questions, you guys can hit me up on Discord, Hado and Klaus. Hell yeah, Nick. We'll definitely do that.
I use the bow and arrow.
He's on card.
That's exactly what I feel like right now playing. Like what, Final Fantasy?
What, like you feel like you're lacking the end game content in Final Fantasy, BB? And damn right, load up WoW, making the Lions tune. It's something that we're going to progressively continue to play. I'm doing the War Within beta right now. I'm probably halfway through the stream going to switch to WoW, actually. I'm doing the War Within beta right now, where I'm testing out like all the new specs and all the new classes for the upcoming expansion. We're kind of gearing up with the guild right now to finish off, Dragonflight as an expansion, and then be able to make like a cool push for War Within once the expansion comes out.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, lacking content. Yeah, that was exactly my issue with Final Fantasy 15. I enjoyed the game. I really loved the universe and seeing it come to life in an MMO. It was just once I got to that max level, man, I was like, I'm ready to get into it, and then I was like, never mind. That's not happening here.
Yes, sir. Yo, before we move on to the next topic here, let's go ahead and say hello to one of our sponsors, WAGMI Games, real quick. Let's say hi to them, and then we'll be back on the show right now. Hey guys, this episode of the Catalyst Effect podcast is sponsored by WAGMI Games, Web3's first universe encompassing multiple games, animes, collectibles, and more. Their current game, WAGMI Defense, is a mobile defense tower game that is available on Android, BlueStacks, and Google Play. Wield your card deck, deploy characters, and defend your towers. Optimize your deck to launch attacks and dismantle your opponent's base. Rank victorious and emerge with bragging rights, collectible cards, and Nifty. WAGMI Defense's universe is set in the year 3022 and unfolds in Nimash, an off-world laboratory serving as the backdrop for immoral experiments. Though the world may seem dark now, the choices made by players, whether human or alien, will shape the outcome of the Nifty Wars. Thank you to WAGMI Games for being an official sponsor of the Catalyst Effect podcast. Now let's get back to the show. Yo, shout outs to WAGMI Games, man. Thank you for sponsoring the show as always. I absolutely love them, man. Dude, the other day I went like 7-0 with my alien deck. I need to go back in and upgrade some cars, but I've been absolutely playing with the aliens. Love it.
Yeah,
What about you,
love
Halo?
it.
I know you've been-
I told everyone Alien Master Race. No one wanted
Yeah,
I
bro,
love,
that's what I'm
I love
saying,
my
bro.
alien deck.
What's
Yeah,
up?
she's fun.
I've only played alien deck. I don't know, like I haven't played.
That's the only thing I've been using too,
Yeah.
bro. Like I've been literally, I don't think I've lost that many. I think I've only lost like twice.
Yeah.
How do I kill Aetherion, bro? This guy's weird.
Next, help the man out, man, please.
I have to take his essence. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Hold
Take
up.
my
Ooh.
What is it that the guy from?
Oh, he's attacking me. Okay, we're good.
What is it that the guy from Gears of War say? Oh,
Revive me!
Revive me! Yo, so in other news, do you guys happen to catch the trailer that Illuvium dropped?
I did.
Nah, I did not.
Wait, you haven't seen it,
Nope.
Missy? Whoa.
No, I haven't.
Let me
Let's-
see if I can pull this up. Hold up.
Yeah, I genuinely haven't. Like, I'm not even trying to fucking like engagement form or anything. I haven't seen that shit.
I saw it in class. He said Illuvium to $1,000.
Yeah, Classy also said Gala to $1,000. How's that working out for him? He's 0-3, bro. He's 0-3.
Not well, man. Not well.
He keeps making these predictions. He's gonna have to dance for a living for real.
At least
I
my
hear
boy hold XRP.
All right.
Best
Follow the mini map. It's your friend. Yeah.
All right. Let me pull it up real quick so that you can see this trailer real quick. 'Cause
Oh,
I
this
killed
shit-
I killed Array, whatever the fuck. He's dead.
He's dead.
Jesus.
All right, here
I
we
looked
go.
over and I was like, trailer, that's fucking that's fucking XDefiant.
I love how they added the fucking Willy Wonka song.
Oh shit. Is there volume?
Yeah, I can't hear nothing.
Oh, you can't hear it? Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Let me see.
Every time I hear that, I think of the Family Guy version though. They go on, buds, drink my suds. Feel a state of pure inebriation.
Yo, that's funny as fuck, dude. All right, let me see. Can you guys hear it now?
Yeah.
All right, there you
go. Let's see.
Bro, one thing I love about Illuvium is the way the world looks. I will give them that.
Look-
They
look
fucking
at all
did a
that-
great job.
Look at all that empty map with no creatures on it.
Oh, they actually filled it up now, Hado.
Not in the
can't see
shot
that
we
joke.
just saw.
They added some rocks.
Show our people who you truly are.
Yeah. What you mean?
Our fate.
Okay. Illuvium.
No, the trailer was really well done, bro.
Sheesh.
Look, I like
Okay.
this trailer. It's great, but why she look like Zero Suit Samus?
Will you retrace
Okay.
chasing paradise?
Pokemon.
You follow me and fulfill your purpose.
Welcome to paradise.
You'll find her soon. There's no way off this island.
I have a question though. Is this in-game footage?
Hold on, wait until
I
it's
was
done.
just
'Cause I
gonna-
can't hear you.
Doubt it.
That's some quality. That's a very high quality trailer.
Yeah,
Very high budget.
Like, yeah, that's like 7-figure trailer.
Yeah, that's take Illuvium to. Is it already
This part
$100?
was so-
$200.
That
Not
was sick.
financial advice.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that was a pretty cool trailer that they came out with. Very high production quality, you know. So I don't think any of this was actual gameplay. How do I think it was all like cinematic?
Nah, no way.
stuff, you know.
Oh, what the heck? Are they Ubisoft now? What the fuck?
I
man?
mean, all I'm gonna say is, with that trailer, Illuvium looks like the friend that glowed up, like the really ugly friend. That all of a sudden you're like, "Hey, how the fuck you glow up, dog?" You know?
Yeah,
like that.
for real.
I still want to see the map. I have seen what you're talking about though, Clouds. Like, I think I saw someone post footage the other day, and the map was like more filled with creatures and shit. So.
Oh, that's
Oh
good
yeah,
then.
the new overworld is completely like now they have like it's even more than the first playtest we saw with the when they first added the creature. The
Yep.
new overworld like demo is like you can fucking hunt them. You can like like there's a bunch of different like species. It's like pretty filled out now. You know, I mean at the end of the day, bro, like what I give when I give Illuvium props is to the sense that one, they never stop believing in the I guess the vision that they have from the very start. You know. They decided to develop a metaverse that's pretty big, an ecosystem that was huge. You get me? I think what hurt them was that they concentrated too much at first on the whole auto battler like bullshit thing that they had. You know, I think they should have just focused on overworld from the very beginning, and they should have built that world from the very beginning, and they should have just given that experience to the users from the very beginning. You know, but I'm glad that they're still working on it and that they haven't given up on it, and to do that throughout the bear. Is pretty difficult, man, and especially to the level of graphics that they're doing it, you know, because their game is truly AAA quality, you know.
Look,
So
I'm poking fun at them. I do think that they'll get it together. They definitely have the budget to get it together. So I'm expecting high things. Like I'm talking like close to 1 million players. Because you brought in Team Liquid, you brought in this huge budget for marketing. You're building this world for a lot of players to play it. I'm expecting like over half a million players per month.
man, but to be honest with you, that Team Liquid integration is like it's worth nothing,
It's
dude.
cheap.
Like, yeah, I mean, like Team Liquid is not gonna bring users to it.
It's not very liquid.
I know that. But what I'm
It's
saying
illiquid.
is,
It's
if you
illiquid.
do all this stuff and it's
It's
you're not
liquid.
built.
They just make a new word, bro.
It's illiquid.
Still liquid.
Look. All I'm saying is, if you bring all this stuff to the table, you better bring some users in as well. If that doesn't work, then it's a L. So like you make it a W. Use the Team Liquid thing to your advantage.
If-
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
man,
think, I think, bro, I think that's the ultimate goal for every game. But like, I don't understand why it's okay for us to be like, "Yo, GTA 6 is coming," and we're all excited. But that motherfucker has been coming for the last fucking 15 years. I've been waiting for that game. You get me? Like, and nobody's like saying like, "Yo, Rockstar, you fucking piece of shit. You suck. You fucking take 15 years to develop a game." You get me?
Why would they?
We don't have that. We don't have that same culture here in Web3, bro, because we've been catered to like always get things immediately. You know. And that's why shit.
It's because motherfuckers want the token to pump, like class.
Well, yeah, that's besides that.
Illuvium to 1000, you know.
Yeah, besides
Like,
that, but like that's what I'm saying. That's not. Then don't worry about if the game is shit or not. Who cares if the game is shit or not at that point?
Well, there's
just fucking worry about
speculators,
like just speculate on the token and control the market. You get me? Like,
yeah,
but you don't need a game to be good for that.
Really
Just
quick
fucking, who
on the GTA point, GTA 5 is still played the fuck every single day, and they've re-released it so many times, right?
That's fine. That's fine.
So like
look at the same thing for CS:GO, bro. Like how long until CS2 came out?
yeah, but there's no RP scene that was built around CS:GO.
It
People are
didn't need
competing
to.
that.
It didn't need to, bro. CS:GO.
No, people are
literally-
competing in that. That's not
even
the same
casual
thing.
plays, bro. Like even casual plays was super famous in CS:GO. Even like you gotta remember, CS:GO was one of the first created to like surfing communities, right?
Well,
like
it's
doing the
CS2
surfing
now.
in the maps or CS2, whatever. You get me? Like I don't know, man. I just think like Illuvium has time to do all the things that you were talking about. You get me? They just need to keep providing good experiences to gamers, and that's it.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like all these games that are trying to build in public need to provide good experiences. If you provide good experiences to your fans or gamers, whatever you want to call them, they will come back and play. And guess what? They're going to bring their friends. That's how it all starts. Like, what have we done in this space? We brought our friends. It's because we enjoyed an experience.
On the topic of having a lot of money, because you said Illuvium had a lot of funds to do shit, right? Xociety just finished raising like I think it was like what, like 7.2 million or something like that.
Yep.
$0.5 million.
7.5, man. 7.5
millies,
which is fucking insane. What do you guys think that's gonna do as far as like development for them, right? Because they're very well known to like come into the scene, do like a play test for a weekend or so, right? Like they kind of give people like a taste of what they can do in there, and then they go back to building for like a while, and then they come back, they do another one, and each time they come back, it looks like they add a new mission into the questing side of the game, right? Like you can go in the open world side of it and go kill like a monster, kind of like how you do in Destiny, right? But then the part that I'm more interested about is the TDM side, right? Like the PvP side. And I want to see some major upgrades on that side of things. Do you guys think that's their next focus, or do you think they're going to continue on the MMO side, doing the whole open world quest?
I don't know. I think it would be. I think it would be wise for them to decide to like double down on the TDM side of it. To be honest with you, I feel like they're too obvious of a competitor with something like Providence, right? Like I think them and Providence are going to be a big competition. Then you have LLF that's coming out with something similar with low life forms, right? Shout out to them. They have like that open world, like MMO shooter, kill monsters, ... It's like, and then you can even put Illuvium in that category too, right? Where it's like you're running around in an open world, collecting monsters, killing shit, doing all that. No one owns a TDM scene in Web3. Like, I don't know why everyone's like not just running for it. Like, own it, do it,
please,
be one with it.
Yeah, I think that they need to use that money to hire more staff to make more content regularly and use that money for marketing. And I think I've heard things like, oh, that's not enough money, or that's more than enough money to make a game. I don't know what the truth is anymore, because different game devs have different philosophy when it comes to making games, but it has to go to the development of the game, right?
Yeah.
This meta where we bring the game to you and then take it away, bring it back, take it away. It's cool in the beginning when you don't have that many players, but it can turn a lot of people off and never want to come back. They might forget about you because you keep disappearing. And so I say leave that shit on and just do a double XP weekend like every other game does.
That's what I'm saying. And this is just a funding
incentive.
round. This is just a funding round, right? Like they're probably going to have many other rounds as they go through development. But I feel like with this, I agree with you, Hado. They should just focus on the development side and get the game to a stage where it can stay open for more than a weekend, right? And you can actually see the feel that users are having with it, because there's a lot that needs to be fixed in the PvP side of it, right? But I don't think they can get enough data to figure out what that is or how to fix it with just doing weekend playtests, you know? We definitely need the stage of the game to be a little bit more further developed. I just hope this money doesn't go into like something like tokenomics. You get me? I'm figuring that out. Like,
let me give you an analogy. If a restaurant was only open on certain days, right? Those are the only days you're going to make money, right? You have to stay open as a business to make money. And so if you continuously close your doors, people will forget about you, unless the food is fucking fantastic, right? And it's like, oh, we're only open on these days because we are booked out for reservations. That's very different what I'm saying. But if you're a regular restaurant trying to make it, you got to stay open every day, right?
By the way, Damien, the WoW's up.
Yeah, and so that's what I think these games need to do, is like they need to deviate more resources to keeping that shit open and create regular content for people to consume so that they can continuously play this game, so they can be literally fucking addicted to the game. That's what you want. You want these people to be addicted to your game, not because it's like, oh, maybe making money is part of it, right? But the other part is there's some dopamine release in your brain that says, I want to come back to XDefiant because of this cool ass headshot I did, right?
Nick
Stuff
is
like
asking, what if I'm a weekday player?
Well, then you play on the weekday. I don't understand.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly it, Nick. Like whenever I talk to teams, I ask them like, what's your live ops process? Like, when are you gonna implement patching into your game? Like, just leave the fucking game open and just patch it. Like, if it sucks and people bitch about it, then implement the feedback faster. Like, I don't know why it's so viewed as such a negative thing to leave the game open, like in this industry in particular, to just leave the game open and build on it week by week, month by month, and just let people kind of
his dragon.
Look in that
Look
shit.
at this guy.
I'll tell you this, that probably killed Dead Drop for me when they kept taking it away. Because I had people that I didn't even knew about Web. Actually, I don't think they knew about Web3. They bought the game because of Doc, because they were Doc fans. And they started playing Dead Drop because of that. and then you say, "Oh, we're gonna close the door now." Why?
Listen, man, it's definitely based on the team, right? That's working on the game because Nyan somehow figure out how to do the patching, right? Like they would like during a live test, they got feedback and they're like, "Yo, this shit is broken." Like the stair thing, like every time you use the ghost of the ghost ability, you get me to teleport, you get stuck under the stairs. That's just mad annoying. Can you fix that? You know, they did a patch real quick, a patch update. They fixed it. You get me? It was fixed, and that's it. They didn't need to close down the whole playtest to fucking do that on. It
But
was
they
just
did
like
take it away.
well, I mean, they have to develop, right? Whatever they have to. We don't know what goes on the back end of things, right? Like we don't know how the servers.
I got some alpha on that.
What?
Alpha that you can
Ooh,
say.
snap.
Oh,
all I'm
maybe for the
saying
team
is,
off camera.
all I'm saying is next month looks like a good month.
Like a what?
A
This
good
month
month.
is looking good. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Bet.
You already heard it, guys.
Airdrop and
July
better
is gonna be a
maps.
hot month, and trust me, we got a lot of things coming in
More
July,
maps.
man. We got a lot of things coming in July. Even the Sims fucking patches. Hey, listen. The Sims. My wife would want me to step up right now. The Sims is a fucking goated game. All right. Somehow they've managed to fucking have
Oh,
a community
Nix
for-
is a very big Sims player.
Oh,
Yeah.
they should get together. She should get together with my wife, bro. Like, listen, somehow the Sims have managed to build a community for over the past 20 years. This motherfucker still have like an active ass community on YouTube. I'm talking about people building houses, people showing people how to build houses,
That's crazy.
fucking RP communities. Like, there's
Uh-huh.
everything for Sims, man. It's fucking crazy. All right. My wife is playing it on the Xbox right now. She transitioned from the PC version to the Xbox. Actually, no, I think she's back to the Sims 3 or Sims 2 or some shit. Something about the building being better. I don't know.
Yeah, better builds in Sims 3.
Yeah, I think so. I think she hates the mechanics for building in the Sims 4 or whatever. Stop acting like you're too good for patches. No game is perfect. Learn to assist imperfectly perfect.
True.
I love having Nix in the chat, bro.
Under promise and over deliver should be the motto of every single game.
Yep. Always, bro.
We are in 2024. Learn to develop in real time. Facts.
Nothing but facts.
I mean, this is what we've been telling them, you know, but it's
Insane.
then when they see us start playing titles like WoW and XDEFIANT again and stuff, it's like, oh, you know, like what are they doing? You know, like, we want to play a game, man. That's what we want to do, right? We want to play games that are gonna be around for more than a week or a month.
Yeah, bro. You know what's gonna be rough when Nyan comes back and she's going to play between Nyan and XDEFIANT.
That is gonna be rough, and to the point that we've all been making, if Nyan was open, do we even play XDEFIANT as much as we even go through that crazy itch where we're like, yo, let's try this game out because we're looking for a shooter, right? Or would we have just spent that time shooting around in Nyan and been like, oh, that game looks cool, but we're having fun in Nyan? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's these weird.
It depends because Nyan is not a
I know, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends, yeah. Like,
but we wouldn't be YOLO. We wouldn't be YOLOing into XDEFIANT the way that we are right now.
Oh no, hell no. Yeah.
But here's the huge caveat: are you getting paid to play XDEFIANT for a small period of time?
I wasn't getting paid in Nyan, so.
Got the missions.
I would say yes in a very indirect way.
Yeah, you're talking about like going into a different community and getting new viewers. That's what you're talking about. I'm talking about straight up paying me.
Oh yeah, I know your perspective. I know your perspective.
I know
you're absolutely right. Like it's a Web3 game. We earn tokens. You know, I made a little over 1,000 on my Nyan Heroes airdrop. Like it was a great time. You know, love the team. Shout out Mac. Shout out Nyan. Pump my bags, baby. Let's fucking go. But you know, I also view XDEFIANT as a very profitable experience because we're gonna build out a community over there. We're going to, you know, help shape that culture as well. I think to a certain degree, we have a few amount of plans. You know, with how we're doing our things in Web3, where you know, we're mixing it up. We're doing some stuff in Web 2. We're doing some stuff in Web 3. Catalyst has always been about, you know, kind of like dancing that line across both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see that going away for us. And with titles like XDefiant, it's a lot more possible. It's a lot more entertaining to be involved on the Web 2 side lately. So I think we're always going to make it an opportunity for ourselves, but like that's not the case for most people, right? So
for me personally, the way I choose games to play is like I always look at the entertainment side first, right? Versus the earning. Like that's just me. Like I would never look at a video game as a job, right? Perspective. So like the earning part of it is not that important to me. I care more about the ownership side of it, right? Like if I can own my skins, that type of shit. And then if I so choose to sell them, then I can make money that way, right? But I mean, tokens are like important, bro. Like I like getting involved with tokens and stuff like that, but it just has to make sense, right? And a lot of the time it doesn't make sense. So to me, that's never been like a part of like the reasoning of like choice for like what game I'm going to play. But I do get the like the point you're trying to make, Hato, and I agree with you. Like, yes, there is an extra incentive when we're playing like a game like Nine Heroes. You get me?
Yeah, I would say the one caveat to what I've said is more so this is a general think of people playing Web3 games versus Web2 games. The value proposition for Web2 games, like Mitzi said, is community, more diehard gamers, more broad audience, because Web2 gaming has been around since 1989, even before that. I said 89 because that's when I was born. But
yeah, let's fucking go. My bad.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like I'm just saying, like the general gamer in Web3 is looking for a value prop, like an exit rail, whatever. And you know, for right now, the reason why I think they would cling to that ideology is because there's nothing to spend the token on. If there was something to spend a token on, like you're saying with the skins and stuff, and have ownership of things like that, then I would agree with you. But for right now, we haven't really seen it.
No, the only utility that saw that bitch, baby.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the token side has never mattered to me because there's nothing to utilize it for other than trading the token. You get me? And speculating its value so that people can pump it, right? And then the person that holds the most can dump it on others, right? Like that's the trade-off right there. And if people want to be in both with that, that's fine. But that goes back to my earlier point. You don't need to be worrying about whether the game is good or not to do that. Right, like you just need to make sure that the game has enough hype to make your token and your back pump, right?
Enough users,
like there's a difference, right? Like so, you know, bringing back to the next points here, it's like I totally get the play to get paid perspective, but make it sweaty, right? Because we already have 9-to-5s, or most people have 9-to-5s, and I agree with that point. I don't think it needs to be feel like a job type of perspective. Like it could just be something that naturally happens within the game, right? Like, I think that's the beauty of blockchain technology, man. The fact that you could earn in this game if you wanted to. But all you need to worry about is this game is fun enough and it's entertaining enough to keep you wanting to play it, regardless of whether you knew you were earning or not. You get me?
Yeah.
And once they figure that out, then that's when that value prop of earning becomes really valuable, right? Because I'm going to play this game regardless. Might as well play, like, make some money out of it, right? Like, if that's an option. Another part of the blockchain technology that's really important is the ease of things, right? Like if you can make payment easier for players, like transactions and shit like that, like make them immediate. And I know this is gonna bring a sore subject for Hado, but if you can make the if you can make the transactions of earning immediate, right, through blockchain, that's a huge value prop for games. You get me?
Yeah.
And that's something that has nothing to do with you earning within them or not. Like, it's
bro,
just
I still think there's a huge value idea for MMO to like build a house, and that house is a node on the blockchain or something, right? Where you're like earning based off of the node.
Certain things about a certain friend that I have.
You could like lease your house and shit like that. Is that where you're going with that?
No. Like your node is your house, and like the more things you do to the house, the better the node is, and that node is leading you to like some earning of some sort. Like I think there's so many ways to put the blockchain tech in game that doesn't have to be like in your face. That is on chain. Things there's
all I'm saying is, you guys know the MMO that I advised for, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah.
You know the MMO that I advised for, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we've had that conversation. Exactly what Hado was talking about, and it's really cool.
Hell
It's like, yo, we're gamers, do gamer shit and make it blockchain friendly. Boom.
Yep.
Like, it's
That
not
would be pretty
that.
dope.
Like, I know it's complicated.
You mean
to, like,
that's
people
coming?
that-
You mean that's being implemented to the MMO side of the game?
Yep.
Okay, cool,
Uh-huh.
Can someone type the game? Because I don't remember.
brother.
We'll
Yes.
We'll tell you later. We'll tell
Yeah,
you
just
later.
type it.
We'll
Just
type
type
it in
it.
the chat. We'll
Yeah,
type it in the chat later. But yeah, man, like no, like I agree with you guys 100%. Now, before we move here to our final topic for today, let me say hello to our other sponsor, Alpaca Dash. I always have fun saying that name, bro.
Alpacas! Now to have your attention, today's episode is sponsored by DeFi Land. And on DeFi Land, you can play Alpaca Dash. Alpaca Dash shatters the mold of ordinary idle racing games. Dive into a world of strategic depth with a vast array of tactics to conquer any environment. Unleash your alpaca's unique strength and craft the perfect skill combinations to dominate the race course. Every competition is a thrilling odyssey bursting with stunning visuals and an electrifying soundtrack that fuels your epic showdown. The unexpected awaits at every turn. Prepare for heart-pounding comebacks that will keep you on the edge of your seat from the starting line to the checkered flag. Are you guys ready to unleash your inner champion? If so, head on over to almightyalpacas.com and start racing today. Almightyalpacas.com. Almightyalpacas.com.
Alpacas.com. Yo, I cannot get over how cute the fucking alpacas are, man. Like, they're that's one thing I love about the IP is how cute the alpacas are. But anyways, shout outs to Alpaca Dash. Thank you for being a sponsor of the show. We love you guys. Definitely make sure you guys check them out. It's a browser game. You can throw it in your browser, and basically it's a like a simulator, not a simulator game. What do you like a self-running game?
Yeah, I would say
Management game?
I would say
Like a
it's a simulator. I would
Yeah,
say
a
it's a
simulator game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a simulator game. You
yeah.
train your alpaca. You make sure you build their skill trees, and you make them the best alpaca they can be.
It's an
And then you-
alpaca racing game, bro.
Yeah, and then you put them to race against other alpacas, and you have special abilities you can use and all that type of good shit. It's
It's a
pretty cool.
simulated racing game, technically.
Bring back Rico.
Alpaca Bowl.
Rico is still in training camp, but I heard. Wait, no. Actually, Rico was racing. Damien raced him the other day. No, that was Alfonso. That was
Alfonso.
Yeah, Rico is still in training camp, Jackie. He's still somewhere in the Himalayas. He'll come back soon.
I want like low key, Mizzy, you don't have to do this, but if you made like a lore video with you narrating the whole thing, that would be hilarious.
For his alpaca.
Yeah, like, and here we have Paquito. Paquito,
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Paquito loves
Dude, you
long
should
walks
do it.
on the beach.
No, you should do it in the style of like the movie 300 in the beginning, how there's like,
Yeah.
you should do it like that. Like Rico was born in the alliance of the Spartans.
Oh my god.
And use WoW music. Use WoW music,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
His
right.
breed has like a
I'll do it.
95% chance of not becoming this warrior that's accepted.
I will edit
Like
it
you
for
put like
free.
you edit like a clip of like somebody throwing an alpaca off a cliff or something.
Hell yeah.
alpaca.
That shit would be fucking funny.
Yo, what are
bro.
you doing right now? A raid?
I'm doing PvP.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn, this is what the PvP looks like inside WoW. This is wild.
Yeah.
What is
it's
this like? What's the PvP like? What's the meta here? Is it
So this
60
is
or before?
this is 3v3 solo shuffle. So
This is 3v3.
yeah.
Bro, it looks like there's like 17 people in here.
Yeah, this is
going on?
3v3.
Do they summon shit or something? Like what is
Yeah,
this?
they all have pets and stuff.
Oh my god, bro. I would hate this.
Is
All
there a
right.
lock in there? I can't see.
There is indeed not a
There's a
lock in
lock?
here.
A lock?
It's
The hell are those little
Moonkins.
pets?
Moonkins.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what any of that shit means, but
Yeah.
all right. It looks like
Yeah.
you're owning
What do you
people. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. All right, guys. For the final topic here, Mystery Society enters or joins Immutable. Do you guys know what Mystery Society is?
I don't, but I'm about to find out.
So Mystery Society is another party game similar to Among Us, but instead of being in a spaceship, you take place in a mystery dinner, like a murder dinner. And then the whole point of the game is somebody is the murderer, and you got to go around and killing people before they get all the clues and discover who you are. So it's basically an Among Us clone. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is this whole meta of party games, right? And the question I wanted to throw to you guys, we've played a game recently in Reg called Rumble Club, right? Which is another party game similar to Fall Guys. what do you guys think is the main difference between games like this, right? Like Rumble Club and Fall Guys, right? Versus like the Web3 side, like Mystery Society and like Forgotten Playland. And what do you guys think party games need to differentiate from one another and make them feel special? Because it's a big saturation of them, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, I think the major difference between the clones and then the games that look similar, I think the IP is very different. Like you look at Rumble Club and Fall Guys, yeah, they share like these little bean type characters. Like the style looks the same, but the objective of the game is very different.
It's
Like-
the same thing as Party Animals, bro. It's literally a clone of Party Animals.
But in Party Animals, it's a bit different. Like
Listen,
you
man,
have
Rumble-
a hold
The
on.
only
hold on.
difference is that you
Hold
have a
on.
campfire that needs to keep you warm.
No,
from
no, no.
freezing.
There's a physics difference. Like you have physics in those games. In Rumble Club, there you have like maybe one thing with physics where you punch forward in the air, right? But you can't like use physics to get an advantage like you can in the other games.
Bro,
Right? So it's
Party
like a
Animals
physics
has
system.
no physics. It's like your body's like a made of sponge.
Right, and you have to
You
use
walk in your legs.
physics. Yes. So there's ways to like wobble and shit. Rumble Club is just you're walking around with no physics at all. And you have
Okay.
one button. You have one button. You just punch. You can hold the punch. That's a little different. It's very similar. I'm not saying it's like not
So you
similar at all.
think it's mostly the meta and the design of the game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the design is different.
They
The-
feel the same, you know. After a while, if I'm being honest,
but it's
it's
also a different aesthetic too.
yeah, it's a different aesthetic. It's different branding, different IP, different packaging. You know, I Rumble Club was all right. It wasn't as bad as I was saying on stream. I was just kind of being dramatic for fun. But it was all right. Like it didn't leave a lasting impression on me. Like Forgotten Playland for whatever reason, and it's not because it's a Web3 game. It genuinely left like this impression on me where I wanted to get back into it. Right? It was like, oh shit, like I want to play Forgotten Playland with the boys. Like I want to do stupid shit. I started daydreaming about the kind of content we could create, the kind of things that we could do. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go! All right,
You won? Oh no, it's a draw.
Yeah, we drew, but I didn't want to lose. So at least we had a draw. But
Nice.
and I landed the kill, so I was just happy. So I started thinking about like the gameplay and the type of shit that we could do. But as far as Rumble Club, I didn't have that feeling. Like let me get back in there and we can do this or we can do that. I was just like, this made me want to go to Forgotten Playland.
Yeah.
As far as the mystery game, Mystery Society or whatever, I forget what it's called. What is it called?
The Mystery Society?
Yeah, so the Mystery Society, it looks cool. I know they're trying to do the whole FOMO thing or whatever. It's not working for me.
I hate how gatekeepy it is.
Yeah, like it's not making me want to play the game.
But,
it's making it easier to just be like, cool, one less thing I don't have to pay attention to.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, these people are backed by Disney, so it doesn't surprise me that they're gatekeepy.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I wish people would innovate more with this genre personally. And what I mean by that is like I like the way Forgotten Playland's trying to do it, right? The way that they have the teddy bear and they're fucking around with it, and it's like a different vibe. They kind of like you always compare it to Little Big Planet. It's the best comparison you can make. Like,
yeah.
Little Big Planet is exactly the comparison that needs to be made here. I kind of wish people would look more at games like Cards Against Humanity, and this is random, I know, but imagine someone doing what Cards Against Humanity did for card games for these types of party games, right? Like once Cards Against Humanities came out, that genre was never that let's sit at home and play like trivia card games at home. Genre was like never the same, right? It hit all of our perverted senses of humor. Like it just hit. Like Cards Against Humanity was a paradigm shift in that like board game, stay at home, play trivia and bullshit kind of industry, right? I wish people would take a risk like that with the party genre. I'm not saying it has to be like dirty and shit like Cards Against Humanity, but like let's speak to the current paradigm. Let's speak because Cards Against Humanity is meta as hell. Like it makes fun of political figures. It allows you to really take ownership over the content that you create out of that game, like the stupid shit that you say. You know, like in my family we play it a lot, and we instantly know whose cards were who just based off of their sense of humor. Like it's like so for in our family it's almost not even fair because it's like we already know who came up with what and shit. So it's like almost more fun to play it with strangers where you don't know who can actually say what, right? I'd love to see shit like that hit the party game genre and like make more social aspects out of it.
Yeah, I agree, man. For me personally, what I want to see out of the party game genre is more UGC, right? You brought up Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet became super popular because it was a community-driven game, right? Like it allowed the community to go in there and build their own experiences within Little Big Planet, right? And those experiences very quickly became more fun than the experience that the game came with, right? So it's the Halo effect as well, right? Like Halo 3, when they came out with Forge and custom games, and people started like getting involved heavily with like really like doing really high quality like custom games, you know, like games that worked, games that were like game modes that were fun. You get me? It developed this new culture within the game that was all community driven, and that part of the game became more famous than the actual game itself. You get me? So like I think if party games were to explore that side of things a little bit more, like I think Forgotten Playland is in a very strong position to explore UGC heavily with their games, right? I know they're bringing an update that's going to bring a bunch of new party games into their ecosystem, and I think the more they open their ecosystem up to the public, right, and they incorporate more tools to allow their community to build within their to add on to it, is what's going to big saturation of party games that are occurring, right? Because or Epic consoles have a lot of party games too, right? Like party game that people love. You get me? So
That's been
that's been tough to tell as well. So like I feel like if this type of game in Web3, they really need to think outside of the box to implement, allow them to differentiate themselves from any other party games, you know, and tool that could do that for them.
But you have to give players the ability. There's the UGC aspect where it's like, here's a full you can mess with, or here's a few tools that you can kind of get tools that you can bring your own shit in, right? So it has to be of communities that are going to be like, I think Little Big Planet's like level, right? It wasn't like you had to know coding or anything.
No,
but there are some actually bring coding into it, and then you get like a more tailor-made experience. Like actually pay a team to do that shit, right?
Yeah.
Versus like.
And to Nikki's point, Nick's point. You gotta think about your targeted audience, right? Like if you're attracting editing really simple, right? Like for example, Fortnite did it, and then it also allow other developers to have more knowledge to have experience through coding and stuff like that, right? But to your point, the level of coding that's needed inside this platforms like UEFN, right? Now with AI, well, because you can have an AI tool that helps you with the coding aspect, and then just into the software you're using to create the game, you know. Technology is definitely continue to develop and evolve, do the same and move along that pivot.
Agreed.
Says Jackie, I like Mario Party 2. The new one is actually pretty dope.
Yeah, I have both of them actually. I have the one that was the remake. They're both great.
Community research is necessary for party games. Yeah. I think the more you can involve your community with party games, the better the product you're gonna develop.
I think like sometimes accidents can become lore of the game, or like something forgot what game we were talking to on Boss Battle, but they said there was some glitch, like some glitch happened, and they just left it in. They just made it like,
One of the bosses.
yeah.
Why are Web3 games Easter eggs like culture into their games, right? Like putting shit
Need
that
Oh, Craig.
Right, exactly. Putting shit to the games that doesn't belong and clearly doesn't belong. Just add on more content to your game, man. It makes it fun.
Make a better party game than most of them.
You know you wanted to say OTK, man.
Even on some UGC map type shit where we like take a fucking builder and just do it ourselves. I don't know, man. I think we would make a banging fucking party game.
I think we would, but objectively speaking, that game was a lot of fun. It could have been better. Yeah, sure. There could have been more variety to it. A jump button, sure.
I think what was more fun was the group we were playing with. You get me? And the amount of shit talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that was the fun part.
We were fun. The game was all right.
I mean, I won every game, so I'm a little biased.
The game
here.
movement is very clanky, but overall, man, for a party game, it has some fun games.
Like I said, Hado, I would never be proud to be good at that game.
Well, different strokes for different folks, I suppose.
Well, listen, on that note,
I mean, it is a boomer game, so strokes is in context.
Oh, that's why Kate liked it so much. Okay, cool.
Wait, who had the last place on that, by the way?
Me and Cade were tied.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all both had to rock the banner?
I mean, I put it up.
Everybody
anyone that doesn't win does.
Mine is already on, bro.
Yep, same.
So everyone has melee on their cover photo?
Yep.
Yeah.
My job is done.
That's too funny.
Well, listen, on that note, man, today has been an incredible episode. I don't know about you guys, so I'm gonna go back to grinding XDEFIANT because I need to get my ACR to gold. I'm only like 20 levels away from that, so I need to get to grinding, man. But overall, great episode.
Wait.
Oh shit. Okay, go.
Real quick.
What's up?
How do you cook in this game?
You can cook in WoW?
Yeah.
You sure can.
Oh yeah, you go to a campfire. It's a mission.
Yep.
You literally need some meat, and then you go to a campfire, and it tells you to cook it.
Oh, that's what the campfire is for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you can end the stream now.
See, folks, do the tutorial. It teaches you stuff.
I just wanted to do the Mizzy real quick before we ended.
That's all good. Listen, we'll catch you guys here on Sunday at the same damn time. Peace.
Peace.
Press the button on time.